Hey guys, got another use of force video. This one is a police response to a domestic violence. So I'm going to play through the video and then after going to give a few points to consider.
Hey, drop the fucking knife! Drop the knife! Drop the... Shots fired, shots fired. Suspect down, suspect down. Hey, get across the street, get across the street! Hey, come to me, come to me, come to me. All right, we're gonna walk up. I'm gonna hold lethal. You roll. You get a hand out. We'll get him in custody. Ready? Hey, don't reach for that knife. All right. We gotta help you. Don't move. Okay. Knife's out. Just grab the other arm. Get him in custody. All right. Go ahead and send him straight to the scene. We got a female, looks like she's got some sort of stab wound to the arm. Male's down, multiple gunshots. Hey, drop the fucking knife! Drop the knife! Drop the... Shots fired, shots fired. Suspect down, suspect down. Hey, get across the street, get across the street! Hey, come to me, come to me, come to me. All right, we're gonna walk up. I'm gonna hold lethal. You roll. You get a hand out. We'll get him in custody. Ready? Hey, don't reach for that knife. All right. We gotta help you. Don't move. Okay. Knife's out. Just grab the other arm. Get him in custody. All right. Go ahead and send him straight to the scene. We got a female, looks like she's got some sort of stab wound to the arm. Male's down, multiple gunshots.
You good?
Yeah.
You breathing? You still breathing?
You awake, buddy?
I'm gonna roll. Run. We gotta run to raid.
We got her in the red. Hey, you take care of her, we'll take care of him.
Hey, can you hear me, buddy? Can you hear me?
Let's get CPR going. Oh, I'm gonna get a bag. Hey, no. Fuck, no. Get glove up. Hey, you awake?
All right, so a lot there. That officer did an amazing job. So I'm going to start from the beginning and work my way through a little bit. The first thing that we talk about that we need to be practicing from church security perspective, just individual skills, footwork, and being dynamic is that lateral movement. So as soon as he got out of the car, he's moving. So he's drawing his pistol as he's looking at the totality of what is in front of him, identifying the threat, and then being able to shoot while he's moving laterally. So he's not just on the X, which the guy saw the police car. They knew he's coming out of the police car. He's not just standing still, giving commands. He's on the move. So that lateral movement is key. Guys, we don't have to be on the flat range to be able to do that live fire. You can do it in your house. Make your gun safe and practice those movements. So make sure that we're not crossing our feet, tripping ourselves up, things of that nature. Being able to move laterally left or right rapidly is a good skill that we saw here. It was really good. Next thing is just totality of the circumstances, which is our authority to apply deadly defensive force. Most often, police officers receive some sort of pre-contact information. So that's usually through dispatch on, hey, you got a domestic violence, you have a guy that is armed with a knife or attacking a family member, things of that nature. I would say in a church environment, a lot of times you're not going to get that information. You are either going to be viewing the threat that you have to respond to and you don't have a ton of context. From a law enforcement perspective, you have some pre-contact information. So that goes into identifying a suspect and is a piece of the puzzle of totality of circumstances to be able to use lethal force or not. But you have to verify everything, so you can't just go on some information which is often incorrect. So another piece of that puzzle, whenever he arrived on scene of what he's viewing, he sees potential victims, 2 people moving away from this guy who's following them. And so that's a context clue, right? Whenever he gets out auditorily, he hears a woman crying, one of the 2 people that are moving away from this guy. So that's another part of that totality piece. Then once he starts moving laterally, he gives this guy commands. Does he have to give commands? He doesn't, by law, have to do that. But by doing it, it gave more context of who this guy really is. Is he a threat or non-threat, right? What if this was the good guy who saved these girls' lives, right? A person that is a good guy with a gun or good guy with a knife and an officer gives them commands, most often is going to surrender that weapon and follow commands, okay? And so in this context, it adds to the officer's decision-making because he starts coming towards the officer, not dropping the weapon like he's telling him. And so that is all you need to know as far as the totality of the circumstances to make that decision. It obviously became an imminent threat of serious bodily injury or death to him. Already, you have a third party that you're protecting as well. They're already injured. The guy had means to do it, so he had a knife in his hand, which the officer identified and saw. It was imminent, so it was within 21 feet. That two-lure drill that we talk about, that distance it takes for a person with an edge or blunt object to attack the defender without them being able to put them down in time. So he definitely was within that range. And then he had manifest intent. I didn't hear the suspect say anything, but he didn't have to because he already manifest intent by following victims that he's chasing after, even though he was at a walking pace. And then he turned his direction and started walking, actually increased his pace towards the officer as well. And so whether he said he's going to kill this person or not, you don't have to. Look at the demeanor, look at the behavior. The behavior indicated he's coming after that officer and is not dropping the knife. So that intent is obviously that he's going to harm the officer. So that's how you develop or articulate, even though it happened within, 5 seconds, the totality of circumstances of why you got to that deadly defensive force decision. The shooting itself, rapid shots, appear to be center mass. So that distance from where the officer was to the bad guy was, for his skill set, was perfectly in line. The backdrop also was clear other than the house. So from an angles perspective, I think he was right on. He didn't need to move or change angles or anything like that based on his backdrop. And so he was able to deliver effective fire until he got the desired results as well. The guy went down finally after several shots. I didn't count the shots, but it wasn't just one and done like we see in the movie. So that's something to consider. Let's talk about post-shoot real quick, guys. So he had a scene that is complex. You got a bad guy you just put down. Then you have people that are basically going to your right angle or around you. They're not necessarily clear, even though they're crying. There's context that this person is not a threat. He did a real good job of keeping eyes both on victim or potential victims and the suspect. And command and control was awesome in this thing. So he started giving them direction as to what expectations were. Hey, separate them from the suspect. That way, if things go badly, we're separating the victim from the suspect. So that was awesome. Once the other officer or supporting officers got on scene, he did an awesome job of that command and control and directing the officer that arrived what he had and then what the expectations are, what to do. He had the most amount of information, and so he wasn't relying on the supporting officer to arrive and then make decisions. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're vapor locked and you need somebody to step up and lead. This guy had his wits about him the entire time. That's awesome. One thing to consider in a church, you may need to ask more information, right? This guy had pre-contact context in a sense of when he was going. He had some information about it. If you don't know everything, you may need to ask the victim more questions, right? Are there any other bad guys? Who are you? Are you hurt? Where are you hurt? So you start collecting intelligence that is going to help formulate that picture a little bit more post-shoot. Obviously, you got to take care of business first. Typically, if you shoot somebody, you own them. There's different things that we need to get done, getting support there, meeting first responders, medical, all those kinds of things. So typically in a church environment, we always teach that if you shoot them, you own them. So if you shoot somebody, you have the most information about that person. We want to stick you with them if that makes the most sense, which typically it does. That's what this guy did. Notice also the guy was still alive. It was a matter of minutes. So it's important that we realize that, bullets are not magic. They're like pills. So it takes a while for them to work. And so just because we shoot somebody does not mean that they are dead automatically. Okay. And then medical. So when we're looking at the priority of life, we always say that innocent bystanders go first as far as medical resources, then us, the church safety team members, and then the bad guy. Okay. This guy did a good job. He shot him. He owned him. Now we're going to go and put him in custody and then start thinking about medical. He had another support asset there, so he pushed him to go give medical to the victim across the street while these other two officers ended up starting to do medical on him. Do it the right way. So this guy made sure that his partner put gloves on. We can take that time and do that so that we're not getting communicable diseases and things of that nature while we're trying to give medical intervention on the guy we just shot. So just some thoughts that I had there to consider. Again, my name is Mike Short. I'm a security consultant for churches, businesses, and schools. We prepare people to be ready when seconds count and first responders are minutes away. God bless.